Guys, welcome to another Founder Wisdom podcast. We have Miraskar Mirakhmedov with us. He is co-founder and operations at RideNear. So we're going to talk about his startups. We're going to talk about VC and everything in between. Mira, can you introduce us to yourself and to your companies?
Yeah, sure. So nice to meet you all. My name is Miraskar and the co-founder of RideNear. And so basically what we do at the RideNear, we build a product. Like, for example, I believe you all use taxis. So what we build is a direct integrated app that links with all the taxi companies, whether it's a brand or local companies. So whether you're in the US or in the UK or in the Europe, you don't have to switch between providers. You use just one taxi to connect with the local and global ride services. Yeah, that's what we're working on right now. We have recently launched and we are having a great growth and looking forward to be in the US as well.
Interesting. You started at Pashazad, which is a restaurant, and then Party Spot.
Mhm.
Can you tell us about like your background and what led you to RideNear nowadays?
hmm Sure, yeah. So I've been working in the previous like for 6, 7 years ago. I've been working in the hospitality industry. I have worked in the restaurants. I have worked in different hospitality industries like hotels, and there was some point where I knew in and out of every operational structures of the hospitality business, whether it's a licensing, hiring, setting up different systems, setting up different timetables, stocks. So after knowing everything, not like 100%, but I knew enough to open up my own barbecue house. So I have saved funds and also I found a co-founder, and me and my co-founder, we bought like a small place and we turned into barbecue house. We ran that for 12, 13 months. And what I find out that in the hospitality business, when you work, you actually have to be there most of the time. It's not online. You cannot just work from home, and you don't have these options to be a bit more free. But the money is good. But when it comes to the actually working hours and the working ethics, it wasn't that well with what I want to do. And I have met, while at the barbecue house, I have met few students that were studying computer science, and some of them were developers. And I came up with the idea of actually building a marketplace for the high-end venue places, for the parties, leisure centers, travels. And we built the app called Party Spot, where you could just download the app, have access to the finest places in the UK and the hidden places in the UK as well. So we had quite good user traction and as well as revenue. And when we were raising to scale across the UK, one of the investors from the Google campus that recently invested to start up that in a similar area, but they did not have any product, they did not have any traction, so they decided to buy us out, and it was a quite easy and nice exit. And to be at 19, 20, to have such a experience, it was great for me and also my other colleagues and the two co-founders at the Party Spot. So yeah, I mean, transition was amazing from one hospitality, the app-based hospitality, and once I've learned how the systematic work, for example, building different solutions, partnering up, integrating through APIs, and so on, and then I have started my career within the tech companies.
Interesting. And I think your transition was into consultancy. So what did you do at M&M? You only did it for 7 months. I think that led to the
Mhm.
another transition to FinSorted. You got like various experiences, just like myself. Tell us about M&M and the transition to FinSorted.
Sure. So consultancy was designed to help the early stage founders like what I've experienced at the Party Spot. The lack of knowledge, the lack of legal knowledge, or building a product, design works, UI, UX, and all of that go-to-market strategy. So because I like that experience, and I wanted to other founders and other students within the community to know how these things are done, and with two partners, we have opened the MM Consultancy. They're still carrying it on, but I have stopped it. So what was M&M designed to do is to help the early stage founders who has an idea and they don't know anything about it to build, to launch, to scale, and to prepare everything in between. So I was part, and one of the wisdom words was for you to learn instead of just reading and listening and watching and attending to different workshop. By teaching, you learn more, and that's why I was part of M&M to help other founders to answer their questions, and to be able to answer their questions I had to do my own research as well and talk to other people. So it gave me quite great network and the knowledge around who's building what and what type of things work, which helped me to create my own roadmap of how to build a product or the launch product from the idea stage to series A. And then we have, as I'm a big fan of marketplaces and the aggregated solutions, throughout the experience of M&M, Pashazade, Party Sports, I end up having multiple bank accounts. And also I was investing in the cryptocurrencies. Also I was investing in the different stocks. So I was like, and also while traveling to the Europe, I had a few accounts to travel. Like in those times, Revolut and Sterling was very popular to travel, and it was quite cheap. So I end up having multiple personal and business accounts, as well as accounts with the different investment apps like eToro's, Binance, and Coinbase, so on. So the FinSorted was designed to do is aggregate via open banking all your traditional bank accounts. So whether it's a business or personal, you could just put them in the one place and also see all your accounts and transfer between your accounts without leaving the FinSorted app. And also, if you had any other investments like cryptos or stocks, you could just link them directly to your FinSorted app. So FinSorted was a kind of a aggregated account hub where you could store everything, watch everything, check your latest balances, check your total balance across your three businesses, check your total balance across your 7 current accounts or 2 joint accounts. So it was kind of more of a analytical as well as actionable tool for you to use to keep your accounts in the one place.
Interesting. And you seem to be touching a lot of different industries slash vertical. What's your thesis on that? Do you prefer being a generalist, quote unquote, and learn from one area and bring insights to another? And also explain us like why that ambition to always start new things, like why are you that way?
Um, so to answer the first one, I how I found myself is when I experience something that is complex, I started to do research to find out whether is there any easy way, especially with the products and services out there in the market. So what I do then, I do the deep research, speak to people, and do some user surveys to find out what they experience and how they experience the current services they use. And if I found that there is a missing link between making it simpler or keeping it a bit complicated as it is, then I tend to take that on myself for some reason, and I have this passion of building marketplaces and simplifying services. So I had many ideas in between which I have not pursued, but the ones that I was seeing that would be very beneficial and would help millions of people and also be useful not only in the UK but in the worldwide, then that is something that clicks with me and I start doing it. But the main passion is always been a marketplace, and it's always been a services that you could consolidate or aggregate into one system.
Interesting. And I believe that Mirakhmedov is from Uzbekistan, right? Or is
Hmm.
it? So
Yeah.
tell us about your origins and how they influence your path and your current life.
Um, to be honest, when I left Uzbekistan, I was 14 years old. I came to play in the junior team of Manchester United. So I was one of the lucky selected ones in that time. We were very young, me and two of our friends. Just they flew us over. So when I look back and see the traditions and as well as the products and services and the general behavior in Uzbekistan and in the UK, it's a very huge difference because in the UK, most things run through systems, through different operational structures. It's not, there's always some type of a flywheel that you usually follow to achieve something or to build something or even like day to day. So, and Uzbekistan is very opposite of that. There you have systems, but people still have a different understanding of living and building and enjoying the life. You know, for example, in the UK, you don't have such a sense of, oh, we get 15 male friends and we'll go to mountains to sleep there for 5 days. You know, it's called camping, but for us, it's a bit more fun where you take there lots of food and drink and you just enjoy that without anything and with lots of risk. And that's the difference between the Uzbekistan and the UK. And to be honest, we have done a few projects in Uzbekistan as well that worked very well. But I would say that the Uzbekistan is right now it's developing quite massively within the tech and finance. And I believe that after a few years, I would be implementing or launching more of product lines in Uzbekistan as well.
Love it. We need to do a round two of that to discuss about RideNear and the marketplace concept, which is one of my favorite business models, you know, aggregating everything
Mhm.
together in this world of competition. But for now, yeah, we're out of time. Where can people find out more about you, Mira?
They can check my LinkedIn. I post regularly, and I have quite good amount of followers as well. Not big, but yeah, I tend to share more stuff on the LinkedIn. But if they want to ask any questions or if they need any help, they can always feel free to send me a message, and happy to help and support.